All right, welcome back to another episode of our HRC at Home video. Today we're going to be doing a class that's called 12.5. We're going to do 12.5 minutes of yoga, and then we're going to grab some exercise bands. If you don't have bands at home, you can always do the same movements that we're doing without them, but a lot of times we have some of that equipment that you don't know what to do with. And then we'll do 12.5 minutes of using those bands. With me today, I have Kristen and also Dave. So again, we have our nice little timer that's kind of set up. It's a Tabata style. We'll have 30 seconds for each exercise, but first let's just kind of warm ourselves up doing some nice easy sun salutations. So we're going to take a nice deep breath in and exhale, breathe out. And again, inhale, breathing in. Exhale, interlock those hands behind your back. Feel yourself just kind of opening up the chest since we will be doing some arm work today. We're going to actually be incorporating the entire body, arms, legs, core, and stretch. Bring those arms back up and release them down towards your side. Left arm, open up into the side of the oblique since we will be doing some core work today. We just want to get everything kind of going after maybe a long night's sleep if you're doing this early in the morning, or even after a busy day. Sometimes you just need that time to unwind before you finish your workouts for the evening. And bring it back down towards your side. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. We're going to release and come into that forward fold. Again, just let your eyes look down towards your feet. Let your head, neck, and shoulders relax. Feel yourself just kind of stretching and opening up into the back side of the hamstring. Step it back, right foot, left foot. Keep the belly in nice and tight. Keep your head lifted as we come into the plank pose. As we release into our chaturanga, keep those elbows close in towards our body. Slowly release down. Come into a Cobra Stretch. Again, you can stay lower down towards the floor or go ahead and bring it up. Think about drawing again those shoulders away from the ears. Breathe it in nice and easy. Press back into a seal pose. Feel the stretch through your shoulders, into that lower back. Hinge it up into down dog. This will be a pose that you'll see us coming into many times for our transitions today. Step it back into a forward fold. Feel the length again one more time into the back side of those hamstrings. Inhale all the way up towards the sky. And exhale, release. Feel yourself kind of rolling those shoulders back. Like I said, I'll be taking you through some leg exercises in our yoga, especially nice for anyone who's doing a lot of leg work. If you're a runner, it's a great way to kind of build some strength and relax. Just kind of shake it out. Are you guys ready? First thing we're going to do is take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, release, come into that forward fold. We're going to step the left leg back and we're going to hold into a runner's lunge. I want you again to think of that right knee over the ankle. If you find that you're getting that knee past the toe, you need to go ahead and rock and pull those hips back. And we're holding each of these movements for 30 seconds. So you may be hearing me talk to you a lot today during some of the class, but your main focus is feeling that stretch into the left hip flexor, right hip here in the front. And now we're just going to go ahead and bring those arms, swing it up towards the sky, making it a little bit more difficult. And this is called our high lunge. You want to be on the toe of that left foot and on the ball. Again, you're watching the knee over the toe here in the front. Reach those arms out in front, adding a little revolving twist to help open up the shoulders. Just let your eyes look back towards that right thumb. Bring it back to center. Bring both hands down towards the floor, back into that runner's lunge. Press into your down dog. Down dog, you're going to press and bend the knees. It's called like a rocket. You shoot back and then lean forward into that plank. Push back into your rocket and out into plank. So now you should be feeling some work into those quads. So using our yoga moves also to build some strength. And our flexibility, we're stretching into the Achilles and calves. Hold. Take your left foot, step it forward. Runner's lunge, left side. Just keep your hands again, framing the foot. Keep your head lifted up. Think about that crown of the head, shoulders, down the spine towards that tailbone. You can always add a little rocking motion forward and back. Kind of helps to release and open up into your hips, your inner thighs, that hamstring. And then we're going to go ahead and just bring those arms up again into our high lunge. Breathing in, relax. Even though those arms are lifted, you want the shoulders to be relaxed. You don't want to feel yourself just kind of shrugging and pulling everything up towards the ceiling. Bring those arms out in front and open that left arm. Spinal twist, again, working into some of that core. At the same time, you feel yourself opening up into your shoulders. Just like pushing it against a wall. Bring it back to center. Hands come back down. Return to that down dog. This time we're just going to stretch the Achilles and calf. So all we're doing is called walking the dog. Your eyes are looking back towards your toes. You're alternating, pushing right and left heel. Let's go ahead and keep that right heel pressing down. Feel the stretch into the back right glute. And switch it out, left foot, push it down. And bring it back to center. Take that right leg extended up towards the sky, step through, warrior one. All you're doing is turning that left foot out. So think about it, your right heel matches up with that left ankle. Chest and hips, everything facing forward. These movements should become very easy for you. We've done some of these yoga moves already into some of the prior classes that we've done. We're going to go ahead and straighten that front leg. It's called a pyramid pose. Start leaning forward. Sweep those arms around. Rest them on your back. And then continue to let yourself come down. Now, if you find that you're really struggling into the leg, you can always drop your hands down and frame the foot again one more time, or you can keep it resting on your back. A lot of times you see those yoga blocks. You can go ahead and have those there on your side. Put both hands back down, return to that down dog. This time we're going to take your right leg extended up and we're just going to bring the knee to nose. And we're just going to continue, so just kind of take it at your own time. When you're doing this, you're working, yes, into the core. At the same time, you really should be feeling a nice stretch into the back of that left hamstring as you push that right leg up towards the sky. Why don't you guys just give me two more. Breathe and exhale. Press it back into the down dog. Take that left leg, extend, bring it through. Warrior one left side. So as you see, it's really easy. You kind of pick the movements that you want to focus on, set the timer, do all of them for 30 seconds using that down dog, or maybe it's a plank, or maybe it's a cardio move that you want to do in between. And as you see, my heart rate is even getting up there. My breathing has turned a little bit, you know, a little bit quicker, a little bit faster. Straighten that front leg, lean it forward. Open those arms, rest them on your back, and again, if you want to come down, knee to nose, forehead to chin. We don't care about how far can I bring my body down. If I really feel like I'm struggling into that ankle, into the foot, into the back side of the hamstring, around the knee. Everybody return your hands back down. Come into that three-point dog on the left side. Legs up, knee to nose. And again, just take your time. Really feel yourself squeezing those core muscles together as you bring that knee in towards your nose. It's not like we're going into a plank this time. The hips stay lifted. Breathe in and exhale it out. Give me again, just two more. Hold this one into that down dog. Take your right leg, extend it up, warrior two. Same movement with the legs, it's the lunging. As you see, we go from a lunge and we'll be coming into a triangle where we then use it into a straight leg, stretching those hamstrings out. Your eyes are looking straight forward, looks over that third finger. Keep that nice shoulders relaxed. Stuck again in between two pieces of glass. Staying up nice and tight. Straighten that front leg. Hinge it forward. Drop the right hand to the inside of that right ankle. Left arm up, triangle. Now if you look up that left hand, you should see that it's palm facing out, four fingers together, and thumbs pressing in. Breathe. Catch your breath if you need to. We'll be coming back into our down dog, so let's take that left hand down, come into down dog. Come into a plank, elbow to knee, push up and back. Same leg, elbow to knee, push up and back. Elbow to knee and back. Take a breather if you need to. I like to use these and work them nice and slow with control. Really feel all of those muscles working for you. One more. Push it back into your down dog. Left leg comes up, step through, warrior two. This kind of workout is also kind of known as that plyo, where you take some movements and you're picking it up the pace. Again, the body's probably getting a little warm, yes? Heart rate maybe a little bit faster. So when you hear of plyo yoga, this is one of those portions of it. So straighten that front leg, lean it forward, drop that left hand to the inside, right arm up towards the sky. Feel that stretch again into the hamstring, into the glute. You guys are doing a great workout today. We're going to be returning into our dog on the other side, working that elbow to the knee. And then we're just going to take a few stretches here before we come into our standing work. So bring the hand down, return to your down dog, and let's go. Left knee to elbow, push up and back. You can always try to see how many you can get in a 30-second workout. You don't have to add the push-up if you don't want to. And you can just always turn this into whatever patterns you guys want. Last one, press it back, threading needle. Take your right arm, slide it underneath, drop the right ear, right shoulder, stretch. Thread the needle helps to open up the shoulder, but at the same time, it's also stretching in towards that back. So as you see, the arms underneath, shoulders down, hips press back. You've got 10 seconds. We're gonna go ahead and switch to the other side. So bring both arms out towards the front and switch it. As they're finishing that stretch, what we're gonna be doing is grabbing a hold of these bands. Again, we're gonna be working 30 seconds with different exercise. Our first one is gonna be focusing into the upper body. Then we'll come into some lower body work, and then we're gonna finish with our core today. So you should be all stretched, all warmed up. So if you guys wanna go ahead and reach back out into seal, go ahead and grab a hold of those bands. I'll stop my timer there a minute, so everybody get ready. Okay, Kristen, what she's using today, it's 2 bands, but they got loops, and they just go around the bottom of her feet. While Dave and I were using the long bands. Mine's green, a little bit easier. Dave is red, a little bit harder. You can get these again anywhere up at the stores. You can order them online. It's a great piece of equipment. You can just pack up, roll up, throw it into your suitcase. No excuses not to work out while you're traveling. All right, you guys ready? Okay, so what we're going to do is go through each one of these 30 seconds, 2 sets, starting with a chest press. So we're going to stand on the band with your right foot, step your left leg forward, okay? And we're just going to do a chest press, just as if you would be, well, if I can get mine, be doing like a push-up. So think about it. The arms are going to come straight from the shoulder, straight out in front of you. Your core muscles are nice and tight. And you want to use, again, control. You don't want the bands to control you. In about 10 seconds, we're going to put both feet into the band, do a squat with an overhead press. To make it easier, feet are closer, harder, the feet can be wider apart. Squat down and press up overhead. Squat. So again, if you find out, okay, Dave is really tall, and so sometimes the bands might be a little short, you can always put 1 foot into it instead of 2. You can take your feet further apart, and like Kristen, she's got the bands, so she can widen her stance too if she needs to. we're going to be going into a chest fly. So all we're going to do, again, is take that left foot, step it forward, palms are facing forward, just like you're hugging a big ball. Let those shoulders relax. We've been working out, so if you need to, shake it out, join back in. Don't ever feel like you have to keep on going with the workout if you feel some struggle. Our last one's going to be a tricep overhead. So let's go ahead and step those feet back in. You can either do a tricep here, pushing back, or you can bring it up overhead. You want to think about those elbows staying towards the front, keeping them close towards your head so you feel the triceps working. We're going to go another 30 seconds into a chest press. That left foot's going to stay in, and the right foot will step forward in about 3 seconds. We're working constant. These muscles haven't had time to relax. So again, if you need to, take a breather. But we should be working about 4 minutes, in this upper body. So we say we can do anything for 4 minutes, right? Especially when you're going to see that great results when you get done. We got 5 seconds. We'll put both feet back into it. We'll do another squat with an overhead press. How's your shoulders feeling? Feeling a little bit of a burn? Yeah. So again, you always make sure when you're squatting back, Kristen's really good at showing us correct form into the squat. Push the hips back. Watch those knees over toes. If you have any questions ever in your workouts, give Dave, our wellness director, or Kristen, a call, and they'll be more than happy to help you guys out. All right, back to the fly. Left foot's out. Hug that ball. And breathe. Don't hold that breath. And if you need to stop, get a drink. But again, don't make that drink more than 30 seconds because you just missed out on one of those exercises. You can always pause us at home, turn it back in, and we're going to move into our tricep. Last one for this upper body. Woo! My arms are feeling it. Lean it over. Again, you can stay right here, or you can bring them up overhead and bring them down. We're going to be moving into our legs, and it's going to be for the outer thighs. We're going to be holding on towards these bands, and we're going to actually move off of our mats so we have that surface floor underneath of us. We're going to do some side steps, some curls for the outer thighs and for the butt. Use some squats as our transition and some biceps. So let's go ahead and step it off. And all we're going to do is kind of step side to side. Now, as you notice, I'm really pushing against that band. My shoulders get relaxed. We did all of that arms. You're just tapping with that heel. And Kristen, she's just working it side to side. In about 6 seconds, we're going to go ahead and just curl this leg up like a hamstring curl. Now, this is where it kind of gets tricky with these bands because they want to slide off. As long as you're pushing the side of your foot against it, everybody should be all right. If you want to make it harder, all you do is bring the bands up towards your shoulders. But remember, that leg's going to want to pop up, control it. And we're going to give those legs a little bit of a breather and come into an easy bicep curl. Because we work the triceps, we work our chest and back. Focus here, give the legs a break, shoulders. Again, easier, I bring my feet together. More difficult, I take it a little bit further apart. We're going to come back into a squat, and it's just going to be a pulse squat. And we're only going to do this one time through. So go ahead, bands by either the hips to the shoulders, and pulse squat. We'll kind of talk to you a little bit before we come down towards the floor again, using these bands also for core work. Giving ourselves a little time to put them on our feet, push the hips back, and let's just hold. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and slowly bring it up. Side step, last time. Shake out those arms, shake out those shoulders. Feel this into those outer thighs, up into your glutes. Just throw that music on, have some fun. You can always move these across the room. You can add direction to them. You can do anything that you want to. Now just curl it. And again, oh, that's too easy. I'm just gonna go ahead and bring it up. Maybe I wanna switch it out, bring a knee up. Then I'm really focusing deep into those glute muscles. So play around with it. Have some fun. You can always change it into a tick-tock, a pendulum. All right, let's bring those feet back down. Last one, bicep curl. Then we're gonna use our next 30 seconds to transition, working into our core. And I believe we'll probably turn our mat sideways for that. Are you guys still there with us at home? Have you turned the channel? Have you left and gone into the kitchen? Well, come back and join us. The great thing is you can always find us on demand. You can always rent us for free. So go ahead and turn those mats. Kristen has her bands on. We put them over the top of our shoes, bring them in between, kind of tug them. You want to make some resistance there again. So Dave and I won't have any problems with them slipping off. Kristen, hers is really good. And as you see, she's kind of tightening her bands up. First thing we're going to do is a scale. So we're just going to come back, hold the bands into our chest, keep the knees bent, or you can extend. Now, I think I forgot to tell these guys, we're actually doing our core 1 minute. So if anytime you guys need to, remember, you can always drop those feet. You can always breathe. I can't give away all of my secrets. Keep it nice and tight. All right, guess what? We have 30 seconds left. All we're gonna do, I might give these guys about a 5-second breather just to kind of stretch that back out. Same thing for you guys at home. And then we'll come into a nice, easy bicycle. I think we'll stroll today. Maybe pick it up if we gotta head up that hill, but in about 5 seconds, we'll just kind of breathe it out, relax the legs a little bit. Don't hold that breath. All right, go ahead and just kind of release, stretch it out. We're doing great. We're gonna just bicycle. Right, left, right, left. Now, as you see, I start to lean a little bit further back, and all I'm doing is alternating the feet. Now, if I wanted to make it more difficult, I bring them up towards my shoulders, and I can add a twist. Right, left, right, left. So again, you just kind of play around with it. See what works for you. Maybe you can come up with your own exercise using these delicious bands. Push, push. You have less than 30 seconds. We're on the home stretch. Then we're just gonna lay it down and we're gonna do some reverse curls. By the time you get done today, you have worked out for 25 minutes. All right. Let's go ahead and bring it down. Bring those arms up, or legs up. Just go into a reverse curl. I don't want you to feel like you're rocking your hips. Use your core muscles, lift and lower. The bands again, just add resistance. So again, I feel like maybe it's not enough resistance, so I'm moving my hands up the bands. One thing I forgot to tell you at the beginning of the class, it's very important to always check your bands. Kind of stretch them a little bit. Make sure there's no cracks in them, no little small holes in them that maybe the dog or the cat thought it was a play toy. That way when you're doing these type of exercises, the band doesn't fling and hit you back in the face. All right, you got about 12 seconds. I think this crew has done a great job today. So let's go ahead and release. Take those bands off. Hug those knees in towards your chest. Gently rock it side to side. Let those knees fall over towards the right side and the arms over towards the left. Feel that nice release into the back and also into the shoulders. And switch and go to the other side. Look towards the right, arms towards the left. Now I'm not going to take you through any more stretches for today. You can go ahead and always check it out. Our warm-up and our stretches. You can go back to the very top again and just do some of that sun salutation that we done at the beginning to kind of warm up. Use it as your stretch. So again, I want to thank you for tuning in and watching us on Nex-Tech, our HRC at home video. With me was Dave and Kristen. Have a great day. We'll see you next time.